So people are really freaking out over DOGE and Elon Musk right now. And the consensus among the uninformed is that we have this unelected tech mogul that is running a brand new organization that didn't need to exist to overthrow the government, is essentially what people are thinking. What people don't seem to realize is that DOGE was originally U.S. digital services created by Barack Obama. Its first administrator was Mikey Dickerson, followed by Matt Cutts a few years later, then Mina Xiang. I probably butchered that name, but whatever, that's not important. What's important is that Elon Musk is essentially fourth in line as administrator, and even now he's not necessarily administrator, simply de facto administrator of DOGE. Now that the opposing team is running this organization, however, suddenly we have members of the Democratic Party that are trying to pass what is called the Elon Musk Act. And the idea behind it is, of course, to curtail DOGE. Again, formerly Barack Obama's, I literally just said the name. You can go back and get the name. The agency that Barack Obama made, run by Dickerson, Cutts, and Xiang. Anyway, long story short, my big concern is this. Right now, they're saying that what Elon Musk is doing is illegal. I suppose I'm willing to grant that, except, of course, for the idea that that would mean that everything Cutts, Dickerson, and Xiang did was also illegal. And so anything that happens with Elon Musk is, of course, going to need to retroactively, post hoc, happen to them. My big concern is this, because we've seen it happen in multiple countries over the course of history. What happens is generally a socialist government will push its way in, and funny enough, a lot of people will accuse the American left, the Democrat Party, of being very socialist. In fact, there is a Democrat Socialist Party. AOC is a famous member of that. Their meetings are hilarious. You should definitely look those up. And sorry, I'm doing this rant while I'm working, so just bear with me as I'm looking all over the place to make my next throw. Anyway, long story short, and it's not really long story short as we're already 3.5 minutes in, but when it really comes down to it, what we have seen in multiple socialist countries over history, and what we're seeing now out of the Democrat Party essentially running as a socialist organization, and believe me, they've tried. We are seeing the precedent being set that someone acting in a fully legal manner is now going to have his actions post hoc deemed illegal, and thus he can be charged for them. This happens so often in other countries. Again, the socialist countries aforementioned. And what happens is, suddenly, people are being arrested for things that were legal 5 minutes ago. And because they are illegal now, they can be arrested. But the laws change so quickly, and generally based on political leanings, that people stop trying to figure out whether what they're doing is legal or not, and they stop caring whether they are acting within the confines of the law or not, and that's when society breaks down. And that's what we're looking at happening if this goes through. If this Elon Musk Act passes, it is setting the precedent for what ends up being a contributing factor in destroying multiple socialist societies over the course of history. Please look it up for yourself. Please do the research. It's gonna take hours. I'm literally hundreds of hours in on this stuff. So go ahead and do the 5 or 6 hours you're gonna need to figure out just what happens when legal things become illegal in socialist societies. It's not hard. Research is easy. They just tell you it's hard and tell you that you shouldn't do it so that you don't do it, so that you don't overthrow them. Anyway, 6 minutes, letting you go. Bye.